Dear friends, I could not believe it. QAnon followers are still waiting in Dallas for an apparition of JFK, who was supposed to reinstate the previous president to the office. Oh, crazy idea to begin with. But now it is a month after the original date, that original prediction, and they are still there, constantly recalculating their predictions. That is just a craziest tip of an iceberg of unreason, which is putting the boat of our society in danger. I mean, all those wacky conspiracy theories, all that anti-science, anti-technology, anti-medicine, anti-democratic nonsense. And I would blame the fundamentalist churches for most of it. When a substantial segment of the society is brainwashed, trained to suspend their critical thinking Sunday after Sunday from their childhood, this is the result. Of course, I cannot prove it with scientific accuracy, but this waiting in Dallas is a strong indication. It is so phenomenologically similar to all the millennial or rapture or end of time prophetic spasms, calculations and recalculations. The fundamentalists have never critically processed eschatology and biblical apocalypticism. They just use different techniques of recalculating while using and abusing biblical apocalypses to frighten their people to submission and financial support. That is the utter misunderstanding and abuse of biblical apocalypses. Advent is a good season to learn about it. I'm certain that biblical apocalypses are not there to frighten the living daylight out of people. To the contrary, they are there to bring hope for the desperate hopeless. The lectionary reading this first Sunday in Advent is so-called Little Synoptic Apocalypse, present in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and it's about a chapter-long, dark, truly dark prediction of the siege of Jerusalem and the fall of the Jerusalem temple. For the academic biblical scholars, this is a perfect example of vaticinium ex eventu, a prophecy from what had arrived. It was composed after the brutal and bloody fall of Jerusalem in year 70. Here I will not bother you why and how the academics are certain about it, or how they are able to discern its Jewish origins followed by the early Christian adaptations and adoptions directly into the Bible. One thing is certain and should be repeated over and over again to correct the fundamentalist nonsense. The function of this popular synoptic apocalypse was not to frighten people, but to help them deal with the national and religious mega-trauma and to bring them hope. And that is something you might not know about the Bible. And this Advent, we will take what is presented and used and abused as scary, dark, apocalyptic predictions and open them up for what they were intended to be. Sources of hope in different and better, bright future.